gravy. Whoa. I couldn't decide between the Loco Moco and the Carnitas bowl, so I mixed them both. And that is cheese and gravy right there. Bruh. We gonna find. What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back with another video on the channel. And today, as you heard me say to myself when I was making this meal, we made a Loco Moco, but it's also a Carnitas French fry burrito. I don't know. But what I can tell you is we got cheese gravy, which what makes me disco fries. So it's kind of got a disco fry vibe. It's kind of got a Loco Moco vibe. It's kind of got a pulled pork. I don't know what the hell, but I know that it smells really good. And this is where I'm at my best, when I just make stuff up on the fly. So without further ado, I'm not gonna hold y'all. You know, what is this? I know it's good to watch. Hold on. Y'all just had to be here to try it. Hold on. Let me get the yolk. Look away if you don't like yolk, because it's coming. Yeah. That's what I like to do with my yolk. Get the fry. Get that fry. Fries are frozen. Arby's curly fries. My second favorite fry. If you didn't see this weekend, I had Checkers over the weekend, which is my favorite fast food fry. And I forgot I had a half bag of frozen Arby's fries, which to me are the second best. I love curly fries. Honestly, just give me a good fry and season it up. And like, dub. But, okay, this fork has to go. Man, hold on. Like, I don't know why I'm playing. Cheese and gravy. Melted cheese in gravy. And let's do this too. A little bit. Not much. Just right, hold on. Not much. Let's do that. Yeah. Alright. Let's do that. Let's get the spoon out too. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. You can't see it because the cheese is all on the other side, but go. See if I can get a cheesy one for you. One cheesy. There you go. All right, I'll stop holding my food up now. No, I won't. You know I can't help myself. This stuff, man, I'm telling you. I recommend everybody try this once in their life. Just go in your fridge, if you have even the slightest bit of cooking skills. You don't have to be a master chef. I'm not a master chef. Y'all know that, because ain't no chef gonna make this. But go in there, don't eat all day. Or just skip lunch. I know most people ain't trying to not eat all day. But just be actually hungry. Like, not like fake hungry. People think they're hungry because they haven't eaten for like 2 hours. That's not hungry. And just start making stuff that sounds good. Like, on the fly. Your meals might make no sense. But when I tell you, when you eat the food, like this right here, look at that. Oh my goodness. Let me get some of that yolk in there. Let me get some of that yolk. Some of that. Oh, look at this. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. Yeah, just get in here. Bro. Alright. Don't do it. Don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. Story time. Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but I've been doing some form of fasting for about 10 years now. I didn't start eating one meal a day, probably till about maybe 2016. And how I found out the first time was from my best friend, Kevin. Not Sam, the other one. We were out. It was somebody's birthday, not important. And Mans kept staring. Oh, hold on. Oh my god, hold on. Oh, this, I swear. With the yolk too, man. We were out, and he kept staring at his watch. Like, every 30 seconds, and finally, I'm like, it was, you know, I'm like, bro, why do you keep looking at your watch like that? Like, you got somewhere to be? And he's like, I get to break my fast in 30 minutes. I said, it's not Ramadan, and you're not Muslim. And he's like, no, I started doing intermittent fasting where you only can eat for an hour. It was like his weird version. It was also really stupid. But I'll get to that. That just excuse me, this is crazy. I'm telling you, the meals that make no sense are always like the most fire. So, he starts explaining to me, intermittent fasting, your body eats its own fat. This is all inaccurate, by the way. Let me preface that. The things that I'm about to tell you are not true. This is what he told me. So, you only eat for 1 hour, your body goes into fat burning mode, and you can literally eat whatever you want, and you lose weight. I've lost like 10 pounds doing it. What are you telling me? So, he proceeds to get like Chips Ahoy cookies and Oreos, like crazy stuff. But I said, all right, I'm gonna try it. Now, I wasn't gonna eat Oreos and stuff. I was still gonna try to eat somewhat balanced. But back then, I wasn't counting calories and macros and things like that like I do now. I was doing what everybody thought I'm doing now, which is people think that I just fast for 23 hours and then eat whatever the hell I want for an hour, and I did that. Here's the point to this, I promise. So, the first time I do it, I wait till midnight. Has to be at midnight. Same thing, looking at the clock, because I had been used to eating 3 meals a day, but even when I wasn't doing 1 meal a day, I would eat my 3 meals. I would eat usually between like 10 and 1 a.m. 3 regular size meals. That's what I was doing at that point. But instead I decided to wait. So midnight hit, and I go to my fridge. I will never find the picture of this, but I think I still have it. But I remember what I ate, because I have a really good memory. I had 2 mini Red Baron pizzas. I just ate what I wanted. Like a half a bag of like Tostitos, hints of lime chips and salsa. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think I had a Hot Pocket. Now it's Uncrustable, that's what it was. Something like that. The meal made no sense. But because I was actually hungry, I went to my fridge and I picked things that like looked good at the time. It was like heaven. And I even burnt the Red Barons. They were like these microwavable things. Bet you I didn't realize I had this much meat in here. Anyway, it was so good. And I did that for like 2 weeks. And I lost like, and the hiccups, like maybe 8 pounds. Now, the reason I lost 8 pounds is because I was still eating at a deficit. My diet was absolute trash. But the point is, when you're actually like hungry, or you wait until you actually are in the mood for something, food tastes better. Now, if you combine that with trying to make conscious decisions about what you're eating, I think you're setting yourself up for like a decent diet. Your food ain't gotta make sense. Like, this isn't cooking class. It's gotta taste good. It's gotta be decent for you. Because my day job, where I actually tell people how to eat, and I don't tell them to eat like this, one of the worst things that you can have if you're trying to ruin your diet is choice. It works for me because I haven't eaten all day. And if I just count all these, this number right here is about 2,540 calories. All of it. I burned way more than that today. But it works for me because I haven't eaten all day. Most people aren't going to be wanting to do that, which I get. But if you're the type of person that eats throughout the day and you don't know what you're going to eat, you will always pick the shit that's the worst for you. When I mean the worst for you, I mean the worst for your current diet. I hear it every day when I'm at work. People will be like, how's your diet? Or someone like a current client, one of like trainer's current clients. How'd you eat today? What'd you have? Because I ask everybody every day. It's almost like an accountability thing. They're like, oh, I ate bad. What happened? I didn't have any food. My coworkers ordered pizza, so I got a chicken parm, French fries, and a soda. By the way, whoever yelled at me in the video yesterday to ask me if the drink was diet or calorie free, my grape lemonade, everything that I drink is calorie free. I do say that a lot. I did right. I told you, I asked you why you're yelling at me, because you wrote it in caps, and I feel like caps is like kind of like why you yelling, bro? But yes, it's diet. It's always diet. I don't drink my calories. It is a rarity. I don't drink regular soda ever. I don't drink regular juice ever. The only time I will drink my calories is if I have like regular milk. But as far as like soda, I don't drink. It's extremely rare. Yeah. But that whole thing, the work scenario, it's so common. I hear it every single day. Oh, I wanted to eat good, but, my coworker was like, oh, we're ordering from this new Colombian place, so I was like, I gotta get it. It's choice. You didn't have to get it. But you didn't have anything to eat, and it sounded good, so you're gonna eat it. Or, oh, I was on my way to work, I was still hungry, I didn't have breakfast, so I stopped at the bagel place, got a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, and coffee with light and sweet, which is like mad sugar and mad milk. And the crazy part is, these are the same people, and I'm not just talking about them, but people in general, the same people that will get frustrated and say they don't know why they're not seeing results. That's why. These are the same people that ask me why I'm not overweight. I put all of this on a fucking food scale. I do it pretty much every day. Eating challenges I still count. When I do like the mukbang reviews and stuff, I usually don't finish my food, but if I do, I counted it. But like the takeout meals and stuff, like if I do like the highest rated, I rarely if ever finish the food. And then the remainder of calories that I have, it's like really small. It's usually vegetables and some sort of like super green shake just to get my nutrients in. You know, I said this yesterday. People see the checkers, right? So I did eat most of that. I didn't eat all of it, most of it. I had a gummy bear for dinner on Thursday. That burned. That's all I ate. You want to include the milk. A glass of milk. That's it. And it's always going to be a repeated thing. I don't tell anybody to eat like me, but if you're going to do stuff like this, there's going to be a lot of sacrifices that you have to make, including not eating for a day or two. But that's why. You know, you may not realize it because I don't have an upload that day, right? So you don't see it. And you're like, oh, he eats like this every day. You don't realize that I didn't eat for like 3 days. It's not fun. And I do not impulsively eat. And that's a big problem with people and why your diet, you have issues with it. Impulse. Right? You go grocery shopping. You see like Doritos or something like that. So you put it in the cart. Oh, you know, I'll just have it later. Or maybe I got it for my kids. But when you're unloading your groceries, you open the damn bag and you start eating them. And that's the kind of stuff that kills you. It's not big stuff like this. It's the snacking that usually ruins most people's. Oh, I'm starving. I hear that you're not starving. You think you're starving, but you're not. Because if you didn't have food or access to it, you wouldn't think about it. I think most people don't know what starving actually is. Because you didn't eat in 3 hours, you're not starving. You're really probably not even hungry. Unless you ate a small amount of food. And I mean small, like it didn't fill you up. Then you might be hungry, you're not starving. But I hear it so many times. The biggest issue that most people have with their diet, and they're like, oh, I'm not seeing results. Is the truth. And it may be the ugly truth for some people. Is accountability. You might not see it, or you might actually see it. But if you don't look the way you want to look, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Unless you are a part of the genetic 1% that no matter what they do, thyroid issues, things like that, weight gain is very hard or next to impossible. It happens, but it is rare. Just like there is a genetic 1% of people that are naturally lean and can eat whatever the hell they want and they're shredded. I know people that I went to school with, obviously athletes, they had the worst diets ever. Shredded, 6-pack, 230 pounds solid muscle. Like, what the hell? And here I am, yeah, I'm like, oh man, and I can't do nothing. I talk like everybody else. If I even look at a cheeseburger, I get fat. I hear that all the time. No. You ate the damn burger. Like, shut up. Then you had Oreos. Then you had ice cream. Then you got drunk. That's the truth. I've never in my life seen a person who eats extremely strict that doesn't have a body. Never. Again, maybe 0.0001%. But you're not being honest with yourself. You're doing it half of the time. And you're expecting full results. That's the truth. And unfortunately, the world doesn't work that way. You can't do a half-assed job and expect full results. I know plenty of people who are into fitness who eat well during the week. I'm not gonna say healthy because I hate that word. But they eat well during the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes, fuck it. Eat whatever you want. Same people can't lose weight because you're in a permanent spin cycle. And that's just the truth. Being extremely lean, which I'm not. Lean, but not extremely lean. At one point I was extremely lean. I'm not anymore because I didn't like it. That's the truth. I didn't like the lifestyle that it entailed. I couldn't go out. I couldn't eat fast food. I couldn't hang out with my friends. I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do to have fun. Like, I at one point was so consumed by it that I had no social life. I had no nothing. And you can still look good and do those things. I feel like I look good personally, but I'm not as lean as I was 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, I was probably like 199, 200 pounds. Now I'm about 215 pounds, but I love it. Because what it entails, when you see those people that are about to step on stage for like shows and bodybuilding shows and like photo shoots, you have to cut sodium out of your diet. You know what saltless food tastes like? Unseasoned. Some of y'all might like that, but not me. Now, if that is a part of your life, you're an actor, you're a bodybuilder, you're a model, you gotta make those sacrifices. That's just what it comes with, right? But if you're like me, number one, I love tacos. Number two, I love cheese and donuts and stuff. But I have absolutely no reason other than vanity to be extremely lean. Other than taking shirtless photos, which I took a lot of. Still do, but I don't put them on no more because I don't feel like I'm not a stripper. But if you're doing it just because you want to look that way, like, you're gonna hate it. I'm telling you. Like, I take it from a person who's done it. I've never met a person unless they're doing that kind of stuff, and including people that do that kind of stuff, you still have to take a break from it because it's extremely. You have no energy. You have no sex drive. You have no. You might have sex drive, but like they say you don't have sex drive. It never bothered me, but it is true, and it's boring. Like, who wants to sit around eating dry ass chicken all day just so you can like look good on a like unless it's your job? No. Like, what do you think? Dudes, you think you can get more girls because you got a six-pack? You won't. And if you do, it's not the right kind. Because the real ones, dad bods. Look it up. They don't want extremely shredded. They want to be in like kind of good shape. Low belly sometimes. I don't got that, but I could get one easy. Yeah. Yes, sir. Damn, that was good. I don't talk about diets the whole time. If you saw my Instagram story, you saw Gus yesterday. It'll be yesterday when you see this. The cat stay was out there again, full sight. He was chilling though. You know, I told him, he gave me the look. All right, I walked to the back door. And he dipped because he knew my dogs were coming. That's the story. We back in the kitchen tomorrow? What the hell tomorrow is? Tomorrow's Thursday. Possibly. Doesn't matter. We're going to have content because that's how we get down. I love y'all. We back ASAP. Hope you enjoyed. I love y'all so much. Yes, the hand signs. They made it to YouTube.